Shiv Bandari.
Thank you, Phil. Good evening. I would like to welcome everyone to this hybrid special council meeting. Please note that I am waiving the requirement within the council procedure rules which requires members to stand when addressing the meeting. Please remain seated. The meeting is being broadcast and recorded. If there are any technical issues, please bear with us. I declare the meeting open. Now to the first item on the agenda. Are there any apologies for absence?
Yes, Mayor, I have received apologies from councillors Angel, Bidwell, Gabadibo, Kennedy, Neil and Porter.
Thank you, Chief Executive. Councillors joining remotely, please turn on your microphone only and state that you're present when the Chief Executive calls your name. And anyone who does not respond will be recorded as giving their apologies.
Thank you, Mayor. So I have councillors Bettison. Not sure that I saw him yet. Brunel Walker.
Present.
Councillor Mrs Gibson.
Present.
Councillor Gibson.
Present.
Councillor Ms Hayes.
Present.
Councillor Mrs Mackenzie.
Present.
Excuse me. Councillor Mrs Mackenzie Boyle.
Present.
And that's it, Mayor.
Thank you, Chief Executive. The full text of declarations of interest is set out on the agenda at item 2. If any councillor has a disclosable pecuniary interest or an affected interest to declare, please indicate by raising your hand and I will come to you in turn. Okay, no interest indicated. Madam Deputy Mayor, has anyone joining remotely indicated that they have an interest?
They have not, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Mayor. So there are no interests indicated. We now come to agenda item 3, which is the community governance review. Does any councillor have a question about the report? Okay, I don't see any questions here. Madam Deputy Mayor, are there any questions from those joining remotely?
There are not, thank you.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Mayor. If there are no further questions, Councillor Birch, would you like to move the recommendation?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Councillor Dale Birch, and I'm pleased to move the recommendation as set out in paragraph 2 at 2.1 and 2.2.
Thank you, Councillor Birch. Is that seconded?
Mr. Mayor, this is Councillor Chris Torrell. I'd like to second the motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Tarrell. Does any councillor wish to speak? Yes, Councillor Birch.
Thank you. In moving the recommendation, this is about the review of all the parish and town councils that we have conducted over the earlier part of this year. The council put together again, because we did it for the borough, but we put together our all-party boundary review group, and I'd like to repeat again my earlier thanks to all the members of the working group who did have a lot to go through, and there was a lot of work needed. And also can I thank everybody that has taken part in the wide-ranging consultations that have informed the recommendations to the Local Government Boundary Commission for England. We received their consent to all our recommendations on the 29th of November, and that, folks, is quite an achievement. As I say, my thanks to everybody, and it demonstrated how we had gone out to our communities and our communities had responded. So the purpose of this meeting is to formally approve the recommendations, as I've mentioned, and to ask the Local Government Boundary Commission for England to execute the necessary process because there's still a bit of admin to do, to enable us to conduct the next elections on the 4th of May next year. Not that anybody in the room had any idea when that was going to be, but there we are. My thanks to everyone for coming here for this face-to-face meeting tonight. That's really a good, strong showing of the importance of this. And of course, I like to draw everyone's attention to the tremendous support we have received from our officers, Anne Moore and Phil Sadler, truly exemplary. And to whom I present again our collective and warmest thanks. So with that, I commend the recommendations to members.
Thank you, Councillor Birch. Can I just check with Madam Deputy Mayor if there is anyone remotely who would like to speak?
Nobody has raised their hand, but Peter Hayden has unmuted. Peter, was that an indication that you wish to speak or an accident?
Peter is here, so.
I was trying to watch on Teams and I can't
In that case, nobody has indicated.
Thank you so much. The recommendation is set out on the screen. Can all those present in the chamber please indicate? Sorry, I missed that. Yes, Councillor Taller, please.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to second this and echo Councillor Birch's thanks to everybody involved. This is an intricate piece of work, and it's also a very important piece of work going forward, that we have our wards and at borough and indeed parish level as equal as they possibly can be, and that the areas mean something in terms to local residents in terms of how they can identify as communities. Obviously, the local boundaries don't fully coincide with everybody's boundaries of how they live their lives, but at least going forward, we have something that is up to date, and this is something that this review has. The last review was done 20 years ago, and that's a considerable time, and there have been many changes in those 20 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Turl. Councillor Birch, would you like to sum up?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd just like to let all the boys and girls in the borough know that these boundary changes will not stop Father Christmas coming in 4 sleeps' time. Can I wish you all, and thank you again, and wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Councillor Birch. Okay, I don't see any other indications to speak, so the recommendation is set out on the screen. Can all those present in the chamber please indicate by raising your hand if you support the recommendation? Thank you. Any against? Any abstentions? Thank you. That is carried. And can I just also from my side wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a fantastic start to the new year. This has been quite an interesting year for many reasons, bittersweet as I've been calling it, but I think we have the right and the opportunity to bring this to a close and a well-deserved rest. So Merry Christmas everyone, and best wishes for a Happy New Year. This meeting is now closed. It's okay.